What's going on, guys? Mountaineer Mitch here, bringing you the pregame for West Virginia versus TCU. Big game. Game day is coming to Morgantown. Last time game day came to Morgantown, we ended up losing to LSU. This time, we may have a better chance. Now, looking at TCU's schedule, the only really tough opponent they played, well, they beat Oklahoma, which is the best team they have beaten so far. But they've also lost to Baylor. Very, very tough game. TCU just pretty much thrown that one away. They should have won it. Now, I remember back when Casey Paul Hall was quarterback. Now, I have no clue where he's at. He's probably in jail somewhere. I don't know. But, getting off the jokey terms, whenever I seen Boykin come in, he was like, this kid's a wide receiver that can maybe throw a little bit. He has proven me wrong. He does have more rushing attempts than their running back does, but he can still sling the ball. I believe he's only thrown 3 interceptions, which is very impressive on all the points that they have put up this year so far. To me, the lack of scheduling doesn't mean much to me. I mean, it is what it is. They got to play the teams they put in front of them. But very impressive. They put up 85 points against... Who did they play last week? Texas Tech? Yeah. They played Texas Tech last week, and Texas Tech's defense is not that great. But putting up that many points is pretty impressive. Just the defense for TCU is really good. And I think that's what helps establish this offense. Not taking away from anything from the offense, but the read option is pretty good in their arsenal because they do have a good running back in Corderone, maybe that's his name. I'm not for sure what his name is, but he's a pretty good running back. And I mean, he might not be that good of a running back, but with Boykin having the chance to pull and run really opens up holes for him because they're all dedicated to them. West Virginia has to do a good job of staying home is what I'm trying to say. They cannot let neither of these guys get past them. They're good enough to We're not going to be able to stop them, but we have to be able to outscore them, I guess you could say, and the defense has to play well. The defense has to make tackles in open space. These guys like to get out in the open and run loose. And that's where Boykin is most dangerous if you do not have somebody spying on him and then wrapping him up. He's not that big of a quarterback. Well, I haven't watched TCU that much this year, but he used to not be a big quarterback. I'm not sure how he's looking this year. But TCU is one of those teams that obviously could put up a lot of points if you don't slow them down. West Virginia has played a very tough schedule, and this is just one more step in that tough schedule that they have to face. Now, speaking of, West Virginia's chances to win this game, they are pretty high. Also, that they are in Morgantown helps out a lot. I'm glad they're not in TCU. Maybe a different outcome. I do see West Virginia winning this game. Pretty high scoring game and pretty close. Maybe on a Josh Lambert field goal win. He's already had 2 of them this year, so maybe one more wouldn't hurt him. But we'll have to see. I mean, both these teams have proven that they're some of the best teams. Or West Virginia, well, TCU's proven that they're one of the best teams. And West Virginia's proven they're one of the hottest teams right now. Ended up beating Baylor, Oklahoma. They've won every game this month. Pretty good speaking that West Virginia is now bowl eligible, which is a thing that they were not last year. They blew it, and West Virginia has done a lot better job. They have to stick to what they know best and run it. They have to keep up tempo. I know the defense is probably ready because I'm pretty sure that's what TCU runs. Gary Patterson is a very, very good coach. He has very good coaches around him, and they know what they're doing. TCU was not very good last year, but neither was West Virginia. These two teams and Kansas State. When you look at these three teams, you said they would be middle of the pack or below. But these three teams are the top three teams of the Big 12. And you can say what you want to say, but that's how it is. All three of these coaches have done a good job of getting their guys and getting them prepared. West Virginia has done a lot better on the defensive side of the ball, wrapping up, making tackles. Got a tackle in open space. A very good job on the cornerback side of covering very good wide receivers. But they got to contain Boykin. Boykin might be the most. We faced mobile quarterbacks before, but Boykin might be the most dangerous. So that is something to look at in the grand scheme of things. It's something West Virginia has to do well. I do have West Virginia win this game. Like I said, in the close one, probably end up by 3 points or less. You know, I've been wrong before, and I could be wrong. TCU might just come in there and, you know, beat the snot out of them. But I'm really hoping that's not happening. West Virginia has a pretty good game. So, with all that being said, you know, West Virginia has done a lot this year that a lot of people has not expected them to do. And they've done it with very good, productive offense with both Kevin White, Mario Alford, and the other good wide receivers. Russell Shell is hurt. He should be back to the game, but Smallwood ran for over 100-some yards last game. Dreamer Smith, Dusty Garrison, Andrew Bowie. I mean, these running backs have to play well. The offensive line's got to protect and run block like they've been doing all year. They can't let Trigger get hit and sacked and end up getting hurt and have to bring in another quarterback or anything like that. They gotta play good and get rid of the penalties, play a perfect game. And West Virginia did not play a perfect game against Baylor, but they had to be able to play perfect games the rest of this way out if they want to win out in the Big 12. I'm not saying that could happen, but it is a possibility now that West Virginia only has 4 more games to go and 2 of their tougher opponents are at home. So, pretty excited about this game. Looking forward to it. And I'll be back with a post-game video, let you know all my thoughts. And that's really about it. Mount Everest signing out. Peace.